Hello again, everybody. It's episode 6 of the Matty Media cast. We are back once again. I am
Indeed
your
we are.
lovely host, Matt Burbsy. Along to my right is my beautiful co-host, Mr. Matty J.
Hello, everyone. Hope you are all well this week.
A little bit later today, but we get there eventually. That's all you gotta remember. We come through in the clutch. We're
Exactly.
here when it counts.
Having
Don't
a
ever
bad
forget
week,
that.
we're here to improve
Yeah,
that.
you can hear us chat shit for about an hour. Slag us off. It's okay. It's okay.
Indeed.
Right, so this week we've got some new features going on. We have decided we are going to do something called the Actor Spotlight. So each week we're going to talk about the life and works of certain actors, actresses, directors, blah 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 blah. We're not going to start there today. We're going to go through some news because there's quite a bit going on in the world at the moment. There seems to be quite a few decent films coming out. Matty's going to talk us about the Call of Duty update because I haven't really played it at all this week, which is quite disappointing, but but I'm start off with we're going to do like a little Disney Plus showcase because there's absolutely shite loads coming out on Disney at the minute. They're obviously not struggling. They've got content for days that they're going to be releasing. If you're following us over on the Facebook page, we've shared a few different trailers this week that have come to fruition from Disney. So Johnny's just put top news of the week equals kitten, which is true. Mr. Matty J has got the 2 Catty J.
2 Catty J. She's going to sleep, so.
And in true
Blue.
Yeah, in true Matty fashion, he's named her after a dinosaur in Jurassic Park, which.
What did he expect? Did he expect anything less than a dinosaur name?
Right, so I think we're going to start off with WandaVision. Obviously, there's been a running series for the last few weeks. I think on episode 9 that comes to conclusion this Friday, which is quite interesting. I mean, I haven't watched all of it. I've only watched like the last 2 episodes. I don't know if you've watched any of it, Matty, but
Nah, I've not.
that comes to a close on Friday the 5th. So it'd be interesting where that leads because it's coming to quite a decent close. Which that also leads on to the starting of the next Marvel series, which is going to be the Falcon and Winter Soldier. There you go, Johnny. I love WandaVision. To be fair, I should have watched it all, but I've only watched the last couple of episodes. But yeah, it is really interesting. It's quite a good insight to the characters. But yeah, that leads on to the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which starts the 19th of March. I'm not sure how that's going to be because, I mean, the trailer was interesting, but it kind of seems a bit from my thing from the trailer, it seems a bit pushed. It seems like they're focusing like a bit too much on the comedy side of it. I don't know whether they're just putting that in there to entice you or not, but if it's you think a Marvel film serious and it seems like they're pushing on the comedy side, which I don't know how that's gonna go, but it'll be interesting to see once it comes out.
Indeed.
But they've also announced this week, Marvel are on one. They have announced that the Loki series, that is going to be released on the 11th of June this year. Obviously, again, that's going to be on Disney Plus. They released a trailer for that quite a while ago. I haven't watched it for a while, but it does look. Again, it looks really good. An insight into Loki and his mischief and what he's up to because he's an absolute dick.
Funny enough, before we start the podcast, I had a watch of the Loki trailer while I was watching other trailers. And from what I've viewed, it actually does look really good. Because to be fair, I'm not really for Marvel series.
Yes, Baby Yoda likes Mike Hunt. Oh god, if someone just made that account, then oh my good lord, you've got me to read it out. But fair play, thank you for the follow.
But yeah, I've not been a massive fan of like Marvel series. I'm still to watch WandaVision, but I'm excited for Loki. Very
Yeah, I
excited.
definitely recommend watching WandaVision. I'm definitely gonna have to watch it again, all the way through this time. But there are like some really good Easter eggs in there, different bits and bobs. You know, it's like it's one of them. It's like sometimes it's an absolute a mind boggle. You know what I mean? You're watching, look, what the
Yeah.
hell's going on here? That person was not meant to be there, and blah blah blah. But yeah, it's going to be a busy week this week on Disney Plus. They're releasing a new animated film which has got quite good reviews so far, called Raya and the Last Dragon. Again, I posted the trailer for that earlier. That does look quite interesting. It's kind of like I want to say like old Chinese kind of video setting. Obviously like samurais and stuff like that. But it does look really good. Obviously, the animation from Disney, it's top class, as they always are. You know, they don't cut corners. So yeah. They've also, I don't know if people have seen this one. They've released a trailer for a film called Cruella, which is the
Yeah.
prequel to obviously the 101 Dalmatian series. It's got Emma Stone as Cruella, and then there's also Emma Thompson in there as well. So it looks like quite a strong cast, and from the trailer, it immediately like took my interest. It looks kind of like Joker-esque, doesn't it? Would you agree?
Yeah, I would. I watched it and like you could sense from obviously the pop ups that were coming up talking about being cruel and this, that, and the other. Yeah, it's got the same sort of layout as
Yeah,
Joker.
because obviously in the trailer, like she starts off as kind of looking like a innocent person, and she walks into this party, and then by the end of the trailer, you're like, oh my god, she's a psychopath, lock her up. Which yeah, she's like the female Joker, Cruella. But yeah,
Indeed.
any of these trailers, I would 100% recommend going to give them a watch because they all come out pretty soon. It's not like they're all months and months away. They're all literally coming out within a few weeks. Cruella was in May, I believe. Release date is May the 28th. So that's not a long time away at all. Obviously, the Falcon and Winter Soldier comes out 19th of March. I think this is all on Disney Plus. I think Cruella's coming out on Disney Plus, but I know the rest are. Obviously, that Raya and the Last Dragon, that's released the 5th of March as well. And there's another one that's being released to Disney as well, which I don't know whether anyone's watched this from years ago. There was the film series called The Mighty Ducks.
Yep.
Obviously, that was quite popular. Like a set in times of like a hockey team, and you know the underdogs defeat the big guns and that kind of thing. But they've brought the reboot back. It's going to be a series. I can't remember how many episodes there will be. Let me find it out.
One is looking.
10
It does look
episodes.
good.
Yeah, there's going to be 10 episodes. Obviously, Emilio Estevez, I think his name is Emilio Estevez, who was in obviously the first 3 films. He's back in there as like the main character. There's Lauren Graham. She plays the mom. Obviously, she's been in films like Bad Santa and Gilmore Girls and that kind of stuff. She plays the mom. It's similar, pretty much the similar layout. It kind of seems like it's the same cast. If you watch the old films and then watch the trailer for this, it's basically they look the same, just years apart. But it'd be interesting to see. Obviously from the trailer you get it's kind of like a wholesome thing where they're a team of misfits. They've not got a prayer of winning, and out they come from the fire and take the victory. That's the only way I could probably predict that one going, as all of them kind of films will actually go. But yeah, so Disney Plus is looking rather interesting for the next month or two. At least till until June. They've got quite a good list of TV shows and films coming out, which will be rather interesting because we're in lockdown till the 21st of June, people.
Indeed, we are.
Make the most of it because you won't want to go in anymore. You'll just be going out. Yeah, and obviously, as Johnny's just said, they've just added Star as well in the last week, which we did discuss in last week's podcast. But yeah, Star, it's kind of took me away a lot. I'm just seeing loads of stuff. I'm like, I really want to watch that, but I never get time to. I want to watch that. I want to watch that. I've just started watching Futurama because Futurama is like one of the greatest TV shows ever. And if you say it's not, then we're not friends.
I took full advantage of Family Guy being added on, because you know what it is. I mean, you know, when it comes to Family Guy and Simpsons, I know they're completely two different series, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know about everyone else. I know everyone's different, but I prefer the new stuff in comparison to the old stuff.
Yeah.
Because the old Family Guy is dreadful. Like, it really is. Like, I mean, the first episode was released in 1999, so that's telling you something. And how it's evolved to what it is now, it's great. And it's the same with Simpsons. The original Simpsons episodes, they were not something that I enjoyed.
Nah, pretty much season 1 of The Simpsons was pretty awful, to be honest.
Yeah.
Going off that, you'd think, how the hell have these got even, like, however many seasons they've got now? Like, what's The Simpsons on, like, 20 seasons or something like that?
Yeah.
Something absolutely ridiculous. Just keeps going and going and going. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff on Disney Star to watch. Johnny says he can't recommend Atlanta enough. To be fair, I haven't seen that. I might have to have a look into that one. There's one. The makers of Rick and Morty have made it. That's on there. I can't think what it's called now, but I definitely want to watch that one as well. I'm waiting for someone to bring out Beavis and Butthead. I love Beavis and Butthead. Nowhere's got it, and it's frustrating. Beavis and Butthead come to America, one of the greatest films ever made. Watch it.
I've never actually seen them.
Beavis and Butthead are class. But they're like the old cartoons from like the 90s, like South Park style cartoons, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were made by Mike Judge, who's a very talented man, to be fair. Right, Matty, are you going to talk to us about Call of Duty?
Yeah, of course. I'll give a quick little rundown. And Johnny, you can help me on this because we've had fun playing this week's update, haven't we? We've had a ball. Not. Yeah. So obviously as mentioned last week, the new season 2 for Cold War and Warzone was released on Thursday the 25th. Everyone all had an absolute nightmare of being prompted with an absolute dreadful cutscene every time they launched up a game. Every single time you launched into a new game, you would see the exact same cutscene and you couldn't skip it. So that was an absolute nightmare. And Johnny's going to complain about that, and if he doesn't,
look at what we made. Please watch it again.
So yeah, obviously the basic overview of it is a ship has crashed into prison. It's snapped in half, the ship. There's now a terminal within inside the ship that activates a wave of zombies because Treyarch have unfortunately taken over Warzone and started adding their own things into it. What does my head in is all Treyarch seems to think about is zombies. And as much as I love zombies, keep it out of Warzone unless it's its own mode. So yeah, a ships entered the place. There's military bunkers that have been unlocked now with missile silos being unlocked. Bit like remember Countdown from COD 4 with all the missiles and stuff. Yeah. So silos and stuff have opened up. And a lot of people seem to think on the 11th of March a partial part of the map is going to be blown up by the missiles. People are
Oh
thinking
god,
it's
it's Fortnite all
yep,
over again.
yep, exactly.
It's
I've said that
Fortnite all
exact
over again.
same.
Oh, the new
I've
season's out. Oh, Tilted Towers is gonna get blown up. Oh, it didn't. Oh, Tilted Towers is
and
gonna get blown up. Oh, it didn't. I'm bored of this now.
so the things are like superstores meant to be getting blown up. Half of train stations meant to be getting blown up. Johnny, can you comment on the rest of them because I can't remember them?
Why don't they just blow the
Obviously,
map up and be done with it?
yeah. I
Make us a
mean,
new map.
it's at this point, it's probably gonna be worth just blowing that entire map up if they're gonna ruin it. And then
Downtown. There we go. Blow downtown up there, yeah. If I can get rid of that.
yep, that one.
No one needs downtown.
Um, the battle pass was added along with like a lot of accessible items, like different characters, like skins for Woods or Adler. You can guess where I'm going.
Johnny said
Uh,
he hopes Dam goes because that would look sick.
I said this with Johnny as well. I think if Dam gets blown up and water starts pouring over Verdansk, that would be class.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 new weapons were added to the battle pass. We've got the Farah, which is an assault rifle, which is funny enough. If you were a fan of the Galil from the original Treyarchs, it is actually the Galil
Black
that's been
Ops
added
1.
into the game. I've tested it so far a little bit. From what I've played with so far, it's okay. The recoil on it is disgustingly bad. But yeah.
Oh, but you know
And
what'll
then
happen, Matty? It'll get patched and then it'll be OP as hell.
yeah,
Guaranteed.
more than likely, more than likely.
What they'll
But I
do,
mean, I've not.
they'll patch the FFIR or whatever it is. You know, the gun that's like incredible at the minute and everyone's using. That'll get patched. So it becomes like mediocre. And then they'll think, oh, this new gun we've just brought out, we've made it in the battle pass, blah blah blah. It's like bombing, no one's using it. So we're gonna absolutely bump the hell out of it so everyone uses it. And then it'll be everywhere.
Indeed. Then you've got the next weapon that's being released, and that is the LC-10, which is what I personally what I would say is a new style version of the grease gun. If anyone's aware of that, Matty would be. If he'll think about when I mention it, but if he thinks back to Mafia 2 and stuff like that, you got the grease gun in that.
Yeah.
You get the grease gun in World War II as well, Call of Duty World War
Oh
II.
yeah, I know it is. Like a little shitty SMG thing.
Yeah.
Oh god, I
And
love a good gun.
it's obviously, like I say, new SMG. It's a pea shooter from what I've seen. So I wouldn't really recommend using that. And then mid-season, we are expecting 3 brand new weapons from, funny enough, Activision, not Treyarch. I wouldn't say it's from Treyarch because they're modern weapons. You've got the CZ Scorpion, I think it is, which if you're a fan of the original Black Ops 2, I think it was, the Scorpion was in that, and it used to absolutely beam. All of these weapons that haven't been released have actually been released into chests, so you can pick them up. You've got the LMG, which I can't think to off the top of my head, and Johnny's new favourite weapon that's about to be released, the pistol. We're expecting the pistol, which is a fully automatic pistol. This,
Oh,
this is going to be dreadful in a war zone. The
G18
highest,
akimbo.
the highest magazine it can have is 80 rounds, and if that doesn't make it as bad enough, it's dual wield as well.
Yeah,
So
told ya.
you've got
G18 akimbo. Modern Warfare 2. Everyone's gonna be
yep,
running around.
yep,
Ratatatatata.
exactly. Everyone's going to be absolutely running
Oh,
around with that, slapping, and yeah, it's going to
I
be
can picture it
diamante
now, mate.
all over.
I can picture it now. Right shield and a fucking akimbo pistols. Oh, good lord.
No.
They're gonna bring back the bloody model 1980s, whatever they were called. Next,
Oh, you know what? I'm
the
down
old
for that.
shotguns.
I am
That
down
looked
for
sick. They
that.
were incredible. I just love the way you reload them as a Kimbo and you got flick them
Like
around.
just yeah, that was good.
But
It
yeah,
was
they were
really good.
sweaty as hell. Sweaty as hell.
Can you help me with anything, Johnny, that I might have missed? I think I've pretty much covered it. Obviously LMG, which doesn't seem too bad. Because I've used it once on someone and it wasn't
Ooh.
too bad from what I've tried.
I just cheered 100 bits. Thanks. Love you.
Love it. Love to see it.
Have you played much of the zombie mode? Because I haven't
Indeed
played
I
it.
have.
I watched Christian play it the other day, and I watched Shauna had a go, like on the day it came out, and it looked like what the flying hell is going on here?
Do you know what it is, right? And I said that I've been saying for years that I'd love a Transit remake. And although this is not Transit, this is everything I've ever wanted for said remake of Transit. It's just as good, if not better, than Transit. So the synopsis of it is there's 3 different maps. You've got Alpina, you've got Ruka, and then you've got Golora, or whatever it's
Oh, it's
called.
Gullover in it.
Golora, yeah, that one.
Just Tacky, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you teleport to like these 3 different worlds once you've completed the tasks around the map. There's cars now added into the map. There's essence vials that you can pick up to get cash.
Sweat in a car.
Because oh yeah, you can run zombies and all sorts over. They've
Mint.
they've lowered the points that you generate from killing zombies. It
Oh.
used to be 115 if you knife them, and 100 I think if you shot them with your gun, or 90 points if you shot them with your gun. And it's now 35 points per zombie.
Okay.
Every section of the map there's a boss. So there's a Megaton. There's the Tempest Man from Black Ops 2, the electrical man. He's in it. You've got the Panzer from one of them. And I've just realised the Megaton is actually the bloke from Mob of the Dead. I've literally just realised that now while I was literally thinking of it. But yeah, 3 different maps. You can travel between them. You get a main challenge when you spawn in. It can be either transport a vial of like souls, or you can help deliver a monkey through different teleporters. That's pretty good. There's snowmobiles. Yeah, you just get the gist.
I've seen people on TikTok doing a race on the snowmobiles, and I thought, mate, this looks fun as hell. I really want to play it now.
It's class, honestly. It's really, really good. Anyone who's wanting to play it, I recommend playing it. But here's a little heads up: don't delete the multiplayer file of Cold War, because if you do that, you won't have access to it. And that's what I've done this week. I deleted multiplayer from Cold War because it is dreadful, in my opinion. But yeah,
the man's taking a stand. You hear this, Triarch? You hear it? He's deleted it.
Crap.
Sort your shit out. I have seen it's quite. There's quite a few glitches in Outbreak, isn't there? You haven't seen?
I think so, yeah.
I know one of my good friends, Stu, who's also a streamer on Twitch. He found a glitch where I don't know what area it is. It's like in the woods, and there's like a house on a wall. You jump on the wall, and you like fall through the floor, but you're level with the zombies, and they can't hit you, but they just run up to you, and you can shoot them. He was just sat there like, just in this wall. I think he said he couldn't make it happen again. I don't know. It's like a one-off thing, but he literally just wall glitched from nothing. He just like fell through the floor and could kill the zombies. They couldn't kill him. So, I have seen that there's a few other little glitches here and there as well, but no doubt they'll get patched here and there within the coming week.
There's a really good Dark Aether strat glitch that's out at the minute on the normal maps, where you chuck a monkey bomb off the wall, pause the game, the person who chucked the monkey leaves the game, they join the game again, the monkey's still on the floor, but the monkey's stuck. It's glitched. It
Yeah.
blows up. It blows up once. Sorry about that, guys. If you hear that, it blows up once, and the monkey bomb's there permanently. The zombies
Oh.
just run over it every single time. The only things that can
It's
get you is the
mad.
mimics and the big bloke. So yeah,
Amen. Passion.
yeah, they're dreadful.
If anyone's watched me play zombies, I scream like a bitch when the mimics come around. I'm like, nope. Hell no.
Hell no to the no.
Is there anything else with COD, or have we touched base with anything, everything?
Nah, we've more or less touched base. Get prepared, get your popcorn ready for the 11th of March, and get ready to see Verdansk being nuked. So yeah,
Fingers
thanks for
crossed.
listening to that, guys.
I don't believe it until it happens, to be honest. But you know,
Yep.
they'll probably say,
We'll
"Oh,
see
we're
it.
nuking it," and then like just one little place will go. It's not even like, you know, like the random building next to the police station. Oh, that's suddenly gone now. Oh, okay, we nuked it.
Teleport.
We nuked it. We did what you said. We nuked it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they put the Dark Aether into Warzone. I really wouldn't.
Oh
Where they put
god.
teleporters in to make the houses disappear.
You know what? Just turn the whole of bloody Warzone, a whole of Call of Duty into Stranger Things. Let's all roam around as them bloody weird things, and then we'll be done.
Be done with it.
We'll be done. Give me an 11 skin. I'll run round just telepathically slaying bitches. Someone could be Will, just sat in a corner crying because he can see the dead people. You know, just going a bit mental. It'd be fun. Fun times. Fun times.
Fun.
Just Taki has just asked, what are you drinking, Matty? I'm curious.
I'm drinking water, Taki.
That's
what I'm drinking.
He's on the pop, mate. He's going living large on a Sunday night. He's getting absolute shit faced.
I am drinking vodka water. Drinking vodka water. But
Water
yeah,
with a spice of ice.
You mentioned the trailers for the Cruella and the Mighty Ducks, and that film that you mentioned at the start, the Disney Plus one. There's another film. I mean, I heard about this when you mentioned me the other day. I hadn't a clue what you were talking about, but as soon as I typed the trailer in, I had heard about this months and months ago. I know it doesn't really make sense because I didn't know what you were going on about, but when I seen the screen trailer for it,
Yeah.
it all came back to us, and that's Free Guy.
Yeah, it was meant to come out last year, obviously, with certain situations of everyone locked away and told, don't leave the house or you will die. Yeah, it kind of got put back a little bit. But yeah, obviously stars Ryan Reynolds as the main character. The lovely Ryan Reynolds. I think everyone loves Ryan Reynolds. He plays a bank teller who discovers that he's an NPC in an open world video game, and he breaks it, which looks incredible.
It does. I can actually agree with that. It really, really does. I'm actually excited for it.
Yeah, it's had very, very good reviews from critics and experts and all those kind of people. They said it's very good. It's one of them films. I think it could go either way. It's either going to be incredible or really bad. Like Johnny says, Taika Waititi has a small role too. But yeah, it does look interesting. It does look quite funny as well. Obviously, Ryan Reynolds is hilarious in whatever he does, but he has that comedy value, doesn't he? Which we've seen in Deadpool.
I'm sure there's a little cameo from Deadpool in it. I'm honestly, I don't know why I'm thinking of that. When he was walking through the streets when I was watching the trailer, he punched over a guy with two swords on his back and a mask on his face.
Yeah.
And I thought Deadpool, or I mean, it could have been Killshot. But yeah, I think Deadpool might be in it. I could be wrong.
It wouldn't surprise me, to be fair. He's got to plug himself, ain't he?
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said earlier, anyone, if you want to watch these trailers, head over to our Facebook page, the Matty Media Cast. They're all on there. We post links them as we see them. Yeah, links down below. Go give us a follow on there and let us know what you think.
Indeed.
The only other film that's coming out this week is Coming to America, the second one, sequel of all sequels, because everyone loves Eddie Murphy and everyone loves Coming to America.
Yeah.
Funny
What?
thing, we seen an interview with Eddie Murphy earlier, and he said it's the longest gap between a sequel in history of films, being 32 years since Coming to America 1 came out. There's literally a 32-year gap between the two films, which is like the most in history, which is incredible. And funny enough, Eddie Murphy don't look a day older, which is depressing. But money brings you, people. What money brings you. Get rich, look young forever.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So yeah, that comes out this week. I'm not 100% sure on the date. I'll find that out now quickly. But yeah, I can't wait for it because I love Eddie Murphy. He's incredible.
I loved him in Norbit. That film was incredible.
That comes out the 5th of March as well. So the 5th of March is going to be a busy day. So yeah, this Friday coming. That's on Amazon Prime. That one comes out on Amazon. Get your free free trial, 7 days. Get on there.
Let's hope it's not a big flop like Borat.
Yeah, let's hope. But to be fair, there's not many Eddie Murphy films that are a complete flop.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
In terms of critically renowned, Norbit was pretty pants. It wasn't very well received by a lot of people. But I love it. It's funny. It's just an Eddie Murphy film where he plays about 7 characters and he does him really well.
Exactly.
So yeah, excited for that one. Matty, you want to talk about Spider-Man, I believe?
Yeah, I'm excited for this, to say the least. So Spider-Man was announced the other day. It is called Spider-Man No Way Home. Obviously stars the original characters like Tom Holland, and I can't think of her name. She's been in a lot of Disney stuff. It says the teaser trailer was released. I didn't watch the trailer because I didn't think it was real. But obviously, given that it's literally all over media platforms, it's got to be real. It's just a little teaser of it, which I've not physically watched myself, as mentioned, because I was a bit unsure. But obviously, I'll watch it in time to put a post on Facebook about it. So if you look out for Facebook, I will pop a link into the Facebook group, which will obviously show this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for it. Because to be fair, out of all of the Spider-Mans that were in Spider-Man, Tom Holland's my favorite. It's a bit controversial, but I just do it like Tobey Maguire. I think he's an arsehole.
I love them. The first 3, the first trilogy. With Tobey Maguire. I don't know if it's because it was part of my childhood, but I really like them films. I know a lot of people didn't, but I didn't watch any of the next
Amazing
ones.
Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't watch any of them. They didn't interest me at all. But I do like Tom Holland he's just like a genuine bloke, and he's just a really likable person.
Yeah, exactly. Like his characters and stuff that he shows is quite funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's seen his performance of Dancing in the Rain. That was quite funny. I like that.
Umbrella, weren't it? Was it Umbrella?
Yeah.
By Rihanna on a lip sync battle, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was fucking class.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's due to be released this year.
Expected December 17th. So we've got a while.
Yep.
It's in production. Small spoilers that it says here Benedict Cumberbatch has been confirmed to be part of the cast as Doctor Strange. So we shall see Doctor Strange in there somewhere.
But apparently there was rumours about all 3 of the Spider-Mans coming together and being in a movie. But
interestingly, if you look at the cast listing that I'm looking at on IMDb, Jamie Foxx is back as Electro, as he was in The Amazing Spider-Man. And also, Alfred Molina, who plays Dr. Ock in Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, he's confirmed as part of the cast as well. So they're bringing back the villains from the old films that don't even have Tom Holland in, which is quite interesting, to be fair. That's
So I mean that
very
could
interesting.
that could suggest that they are actually coming back.
Maybe they are, yeah.
Because I mean, I think at this point I don't think they would announce that, but I mean, the fact that they've announced that they're coming back as them characters
Yeah.
possibly suggests that they'll all three of them will be
Yeah. There's no mention of the other
introduced.
two, Tobey Maguire, and I can't even think of the other guy's name, to be honest. But I'm not really interested.
Yeah,
But yeah.
the Amazing Spider-Man just didn't catch me.
But yeah, they're on the cast listing, so that'll be interesting. That one. That'll be interesting to see what they do with that.
Indeed.
Right. I think we shall move on to the main feature of today's show, ladies and gentlemen.
The spotlight of the week.
Yes.
That is, guys.
So we are on our new feature that we will be doing weekly. We are doing an actor spotlight, so we're going to be talking about the life and works of various different actors and directors, actresses, blah 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 blah. So, take us away, Matty.
So, in this week's spotlight, we'll be showcasting the one, the only Steven Spielberg. Obviously, he's my personal favorite director of everything. So yeah, obviously you'll know why if you know who I am. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. Yeah. I really am.
Obviously, Spielberg is one of the biggest names in Hollywood. And to be fair, I think he's got that stamp for a while. Tallying a total of 34 Academy Awards from 133 nominations. That's just the Oscars. That's not Golden Globes or anything like that. Obviously, that is clear to see that any working that has Steven Spielberg's name on it is very likely to be very well received.
Indeed.
Yep.
So, Steven Spielberg, he was born on the 18th of December 1946, and he was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. He grew up in an Orthodox Jewish family. His mother, Leah Spielberg, I don't know if any of you have ever done any research on him. So, his mother, Leah, and his father, Arnold. I'm presuming it's Spielberg, but it actually doesn't. It doesn't specify on like the places that were looked. He came from a family of Ukrainian Jews who settled in the US in the 1900s. It's 1900s.
Yeah.
Obviously, so growing up, Stephen, he struggled. He suffered a lot from obviously anti-Semitism. Might help us.
It's saying anti-Semitism.
That one. That's the one. And found it especially difficult to accept his family's heritage. So yeah, obviously speaking in later years, if you're wondering, no, I'm not reading off a script. This is just a book.
This is off the dome. Freestyle.
This is from my mind. So obviously in his later years, he admitted that his parents did not shy away from talking about their past, which unfortunately was the Holocaust. So it was always in his mind, but he never really decided to chat about it until later years. He also revealed that his father lost up to 20 relatives in the Holocaust. Would you believe it?
Fucking crazy.
Which is fucking mental.
Obviously, we know the extent of the Holocaust, but damn,
like 20 relatives. What unfortunately killed in this
Hard to
brutal
fathom,
thing.
isn't it, really, when you think about it? Like, some people don't even have 20 relatives.
Exactly. Like, I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to tell you the next section about his life. Like, honestly, I can't wait because it's really interesting. But take it away, Matty.
Right, so obviously he had an early passion for movie making, filming his first short film at the age of 12, which involved a train wreck from one of his toy trains. He used his father's movie camera. He used to take that everywhere with him. He was part of the Scouts. He used to take his movie camera with him on these scout trips. At the age of 13, he won his first ever award. He won a stateside award for best film, which was a 40-minute war film titled "Escape to Nowhere," which he shot with some of his schoolmates. He would spend his weekends, so obviously all his free time, at the local movie theatre, watching various classic films, taking inspiration from those classics. And he also cited that the movie Lawrence of Arabia, which is on mine and Matty's to watch list, that is the film that set him on his journey as a filmmaker.
So obviously on this journey, Spielberg has directed tons and tons of films. Like, obviously we've got the likes of Jones Anthology. Is it Jones
Indiana
Anthology?
Jones, yeah, it's obviously there's a series of 4.
Indiana Jones Anthology. You've got that, and then you've got. You knew this was coming. You knew this was going to be said. You've got the wonderful Jurassic Park trilogy that was obviously created, my personal favourite. Then you've got the likes of Jaws, Saving Private Ryan, and obviously these two combined together, I would say Schindler's List being one of the hardest films he's ever directed, purely because, I mean, not personally him, but purely because of the fact he had to take himself back to what his family have unfortunately been through. Obviously, Saving Private Ryan still sort of stays on that line because it is primarily war, and that's obviously what the Holocaust and stuff was. And obviously, as mentioned, the hardest thing he's ever probably have had to direct. So, funny enough, I mean, I probably would have presumed this, but he's currently the highest grossing paid director there is, with a whopping $10.10 billion, which is fucking mental. Like, honestly, it really is. He's currently married to Kate Crapshaw, who starred in. I didn't know this. Who starred in the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones, the Indiana Jones series. They've got 7 children together, so you can probably presume that we've got a shit ton of more movies to come this way. Because I mean, surely one of his kids will be a movie director at some point if they aren't already.
I'm going into the family business.
Exactly. So hopefully the Spielberg name will be in many movies for years to come. You go, Matty.
Yep.
Your turn.
Right, so we have got some interesting facts for you that people that are bored and just thinking, oh, fucking stop talking about this old bastard. He is the godfather to actresses Drew Barrymore and also Gwyneth Paltrow, who obviously stars in the Marvel films as whatever her name is, Tony Stark's Mrs. Pippa something. Is it Pippa?
Piper.
Piper, that's someone. He has been turned down twice for his offer to direct a James Bond movie. So he's offered twice to direct James Bond, and he's been denied that twice. My personal favourite fact, he absolutely hates coffee, which I am in exactly the same boat. I fucking despise coffee. I don't like it at all.
Coffee's lush, man.
Nah.
Coffee is lovely.
Why are you lying for? Yeah.
Am I lying for?
His own dog has starred in 4 of his movies, which is more than any other actor. So he's not had any actor in 4 of his films, but he's had his dog. I can't remember what movies they were. They're quite old ones, to be honest. Touching on the obviously Schindler's List, what you mentioned earlier, being quite a difficult film for him to direct. He actually turned down wages for that film. He refused to get paid, so he denied all money that he was offered to make that movie. He basically did it for free because he felt that it was blood money. He didn't want to profit off the suffering of, millions of people that died, which, fair play to the guy.
Yeah, that's
Obviously,
respectful.
part of his
Respectable,
heritage
yeah.
being Jewish, he refused all money, which is, top guy. Quite an interesting fact, which you wouldn't believe, but he's actually dyslexic. But it wasn't diagnosed until he was 60 years old, which just shows how messed up the system was back in the old days. They just thought, we just can't read properly or something like that. But yeah, he's actually been diagnosed as dyslexic.
That's, yeah. To be fair, like a lot of these things that we're talking about now, you'd be quite surprised, because I said at the start my favorite director is Steven Spielberg, and it's so funny what you actually don't know about your favorite people.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't research them, then you literally have nothing to know about. Me personally, I didn't even know he was Jewish.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is actually quite good to be learning, to be fair. So he has also credited as a producer in the films such as Men in Black 1 and 2, Back to the Future, which didn't know that neither, Disturbia, and many, many more. He has also appeared in his own movies, as like a sort of cameo sort of thing. So you've got the likes of Band of Brothers, Vanilla Sky, Double Dare, Austin Powers, Golden Member, and the classical Gremlins, which I didn't know that, to be fair. I
I
really
didn't know
didn't.
that. I didn't know that either. But next time I watch Gremlins, my eyes are like a hawk for Steven Spielberg. I'm gonna find you, boy.
Indeed. Come on, Matty. Tell us
Obviously,
more.
with all these facts, it's clear to see why Steven Spielberg is renowned as one of, if not the greatest director of all time. His record speaks for itself. Being 74 years of age, we don't know how much longer he will be directing. But be sure that as long as a Spielberg is directing, there will be instant classics to come.
Indeed. So obviously, like I say, that does sort of conclude this spotlight that we've done on Steven Spielberg. So that being said, who would you guys like to say? I want you guys in the Twitch comments, and for all you lovely people over on the YouTube side, if you didn't manage to catch this live, who would you like to see us spotlight? Choose anyone you want. I mean, obviously, given that we'll have to probably know who, like, the actor is. Like, I mean,
Well, not necessarily.
but yeah. So obviously, like I say, let us know in the comments below, and all you lovely people on Twitch, if you've got an option that you want to give us a try for next week, then do it.
Yeah, so anyone you're interested in finding more about and can't be asked to Google, just let us know, and we'll do it for you.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what we're here for.
Discussing your favorite actors or your favorite directors.
Because there's always stuff that you didn't know about people, and you know what? It's quite interesting. Obviously, looking back at Steven Spielberg's career, like, you wouldn't think that one man could be responsible for so many amazing films.
Exactly.
Obviously, some of them aren't for everybody, but, Indiana Jones, absolutely great film. Another funny fact about that, originally he didn't want to cast Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. He wanted to cast Tom Selleck. If you don't know who that is, if you have ever watched Friends, he's Richard, the tall guy with the beard, mustache. He was obviously in, what, is it Miami Vice? I think he was in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wanted him to be in Indiana Jones to begin with, but imagine if it was him, I don't think it would have been such a classic as it was. Harrison Ford makes that film for me. Obviously, he's Saving Private Ryan, one of the greatest war films of all time. Obviously, that obviously didn't bring Tom Hanks into the frame, but showcased another great acting performances from him. Obviously, Matt Damon was in that film, some big names. Obviously, there's also E.T. He directed E.T. the Extraterrestrial, which I love, but I can't watch because my partner hates E.T., which I can understand because she had nightmares about it. Which it is quite scary, to be fair. You know what I mean? E.T. is quite evil. But he
But
ain't
when you
evil,
were
he's just scary
younger,
looking.
I mean,
He's quite scary looking. But looking at it now as an adult, you watch it and think it's just funny. I do anyway. I'm like, this is hilarious.
yeah,
But yeah, there's plenty of films on there on that list that if you haven't watched, then I would 1,000,000% recommend you go and see.
100%.
100%, mate. What a guy! And there's a reason why he's made over $10 billion.
It's like, honestly, like, from what you've just mentioned, like, about the fact that he didn't take a penny for the Schindler's List. I mean, you've got to put your hands up for that. I mean,
Yeah,
if you want to Google the net worth of how much that produced, like the money he could have made off that is just is crazy.
yeah.
And you know, Schindler's List was a great film, like, because I mean, along with a lot of Holocaust films, it highlights like certain events and certain things that actually physically did happen back in the Holocaust times. Um, there was a film I watched when I was a kid that was about Auschwitz, and that was really interesting. I'll get back to you on that though. But yeah,
Wasn't the boy in striped pajamas, was it?
no.
No.
Funny enough, you know, right? This is gonna sound bad, but I didn't enjoy that film. I really didn't.
To be fair, I
I
don't think you. I don't think you
I
were
know
meant
you're
to
not
enjoy that
meant to.
film.
I know you're not meant to, but like,
You're kind of a psycho if you do.
I mean, like, I didn't take a liking to it. Like, as in, like, I mean, it's meant to be interesting because obviously, it's meant to be
Yeah.
heart wrenching. But I mean, didn't make me cry. Like, why would you go into them fences when the kid looks like that? But yeah, it was.
Fuck you,
Was it
little
like,
bald kid. I'm not talking to you anymore.
why are you going in there? Stay out.
Just
But
climb over the
yeah,
fence. What are you doing? That's really bad. I shouldn't say that. Uh, Matty, we've just been cancelled.
no, we haven't. We haven't. It's all down. Honestly, guys, like, it's all down to opinion in what have you. Um, like, yeah, I'm not gonna move away from the point it was sad, because it was, like, obviously that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be sad and it's meant to highlight what could have actually happened back then. But yeah, moving on from the Holocaust. Uh, what we'll do now is we'll give you like a little overview of like some of our favorite like Steven Spielberg films. Uh, and like, I'm just gonna go straight off the back and say Ready Player One. Uh,
Yeah.
I had you going there. You were gonna think I was gonna say Jurassic Park. I had you going there.
Mate, sorry, Will has just mugged you off completely. Will's just put in the chat, if it was the dinosaur in striped... Gotta read it. If it was the dinosaur in striped pajamas, Matty would have been interested.
Yeah, I would have. I actually would have.
Oh, Will, that's killed me. Oh,
I
that is
would have.
brilliant. That is
Well, you little
absolutely brilliant.
shit. You little shit. But
Oh
yeah,
dear.
Ready
Just
Player.
obviously to add to what we were saying. Obviously I think he's gone more into the producer side of things now. Obviously he was the director of Ready Player One, which you mentioned, which was a very good film. But he's
Yeah,
also in the pipeline. He's produced obviously all the Jurassic Worlds. He's been an executive producer in all of those. He was a producer for the Transformer series as well, which is one of my favourite series. I love the Transformer films. Obviously there's Bumblebee as well. He was in
yeah.
part of that. Men in Black International, which didn't do so well, but obviously part of the Men in Black series. The ones that are in pre-production, there's an untitled Indiana Jones project, which his name's on as executive producer for 2022. That'll be interesting. There's also an untitled third Tintin film for those of you that like Tintin. There's one, which just the name is incredible. It's called Robopocalypse. Now that sounds like a really B-rated B-rated movie, but that'd be interesting to see. Real Steel 2.
Oh,
I love Real Steel, the first one, with Hugh Jackman. That was a great film. That was.
Is that actually still in production? Is it?
It's been announced. It isn't in production. It's just been announced, and also Gremlins 3, which hype. Gremlins 3. What are they gonna do with that?
I've not even seen Gremlins 2. Never mind Gremlins 1. Well, I've seen Gremlins 1. I've seen Gremlins 1. I've seen Gremlins 2.
Matty, we're about to fall out then.
I've seen
about
Gremlins
to have a
1.
full-on bitch session. Sean has said,
Yeah.
"Stop stroking your pussy, Matty."
I've got to give my pussy strokes. I've got to. No, Sean. No.
You're gonna get cancelled.
If we get cancelled, Sean, it's all your fault.
He was also a producer for Camp Cretaceous, Matty, so get that one in there.
I remember seeing that as
that on the stamp and posting it on.
But yeah, I ain't seen nothing more about Camp Cretaceous this week. Sorry, guys.
I don't think there's anything else to say.
No, there's not. Bricky little prick.
Yeah, so like we said, anyone that you guys want us to do a spotlight for, please let us know. Obviously we'll do another one next week. We'll probably announce. I don't know if we'll leave it as a surprise for the day or if we'll announce it earlier. Obviously, if there's anyone you think of, go put it over onto our Facebook page in the comment section or follow us on YouTube. Like and subscribe over there. You can put it in the comment section. This will be uploaded tomorrow evening. Roughly
6 o'clock.
Roughly around 6 o'clock, yeah. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Yeah, just obviously either on the Facebook page, we'll be putting all sorts of news, breaking movie news over on the Matty Media Cast Facebook page. So make sure you go give that a like for all your trailer needs, because we're on that. We're on the ball. Hey.
We are indeed.
We're on the ball like Ant and Dec.
We are indeed.
So I think that pretty much sums up this week's episode. It's been, I enjoyed it. Pretty good episode. What do you think? What do you guys think? The chat.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed this week. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I'll tell you what, instead of discussing like loads of different Steven Spielberg movies that we've enjoyed, just give you your all-time favourite one, if you can.
Oh, damn.
I'll give you 5 minutes to think about it, and then we'll come back to it. But yeah.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to get the list up again.
Well, to be fair, honestly,
we
guys,
all know how Matty's.
I'm not going to shy away from it. Mine's Jurassic Park.
Which one, though?
Jurassic Park 1. Okay. Number 1.
Fuck me. I'm trying to throw
a number 3.
But...
I love number 3.
See, a lot of people didn't like number 3.
Yeah.
I know we've said this before, but a lot of people didn't.
It really didn't become... it really didn't get good reviews. I was, like, gutted, like, in the sense that... Because I thought it was good. Like, what a lot of people... like forget about these days is the fact that back in the Jurassic Park series, you've got to appreciate it for what it was.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of CGI used in the film. There absolutely wasn't. A lot of the dinosaurs that you're actually seeing in the film were actually real animatronics. I mean, for fuck's sake, they had a full-size T-Rex sculpture that was animated. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was an animatronic. And, like, a lot of the films nowadays is just an overused fucking CGI. And I mean, you know, like Jurassic Park 3 was good. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, as I say, it's all down to personal preference. It really is. Like, if you don't like something, then you don't like it at the end of the day, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see... coming from a die-hard Jurassic Park fan, I can see why people do it like number 3. But, hey-ho. You please some, you lose some. Even though you win some, you lose some. But,
Johnny's just put, so you do like Jurassic Park. I knew it.
Yes, I do. I do indeed, boy. I do indeed.
I'm going to have to go out there and say that my favourite was Saving Private Ryan.
Right choice. franchise.
But to be fair, looking at it, this guy between 1980 and 1990, this man was busy. Literally, he's produced so many films for that stage. Just to name a few that are rather big names. Obviously, you've got E.T. He obviously made that himself. He was a producer of Poltergeist, The Twilight Zone, Gremlins, The Goonies, Back to the Future, Young Sherlock Holmes, The Money Pit, Amazing Stories, American Tail.
What's his highest grossing film? That's what I want to know.
Find out. Let's face it, if it's not Jurassic Park, you're gonna get butt hurt.
I'm gonna be livid.
My money is on E.T. Right, Matty's got a little hard on because it's Jurassic Park. It made just over $1 billion with that film. Second is E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and then third is Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Let's fucking go.
Right, Just Tacky's asked, have you seen the Flintstones, Matty?
I have seen the Flintstones.
Yabba dabba do.
Yabba dabba do. I use the Flintstones. I'm a yabba dabba dabba do. Yeah, it's a good film. That I enjoyed the Flintstones. I actually enjoyed the cartoon and the life one.
Yeah.
The real life one.
Yeah. I'm not that much of a fan, to be honest.
I don't mind it.
I just like Bam Bam. Bam Bam. Bam Bam. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this week. We're actually going to end it now because we've just been chatting shit the last one. Thank you everyone that's in the Twitch chat right now, watching this live. I really appreciate all your support. Keeping us motivated to keep making more and keep doing it every week. Obviously, you know, we wouldn't be doing it if no one wanted to watch it. We enjoy it, so I'm glad that people out there are enjoying it as well.
Indeed.
Everyone that's followed us on Facebook, followed us on YouTube, again, thank you so much for your support. Just keep doing what you're doing. We love you so much. As long as you're here, we'll keep doing them. Yeah.
Sean will link the podcast in the comments below.
Yeah. Sean will spam all the links in there. Matty's Twitch, the YouTube, everywhere. So thank you again for watching. And we shall see you next week. Peace.
See you later, guys. Thank you.